One Zambia, One Nation, and thanks for joining us on Zanis News. To present, my name is Juliet Mtele. Top stories in the news tonight. Initiation ceremony negatively affecting learners' performance. Kariba Dam rehabilitation works will not affect power generation. Establishment of seed bank to enhance food security. Zambia to co-host second summit for democracy. Zanis News in detail. Practicing of initiation ceremony, locally known as Mukanda, has negatively affected learners' performance at Muchanga Primary School in Lufonyama District on the Copperbelt Province. School authorities told Zanis that during the initiation ceremony, most pupils abscond from school for a period of 2 months, which results in their poor academic performance. This came to light when Lufonyama District Commissioner visited the school following reports of low pass rates at the learning institution. More in this report.
Classrooms are usually deserted and teacher services are also rendered irrelevant during the initiation ceremony, locally known as Mukanda, at Kamchanga Primary School in Lufanyama District. Levels of pupils' absenteeism here have to a larger extent affected the academic performance.
Most of learners, when it comes to initiation ceremony, they go until they complete after 2 months. It's when they started to reporting to school. So they abscond the lessons. So it's become very difficult for us to go back where we were teaching the other learners. So that leads to poor performance.
The school has tried on several times to talk to the parents during the meetings, even one-to-one talk, even to the children. They tell us that it's their tradition. They can't do away with it. They just have to continue like that is their tradition.
And government want a solution to this problem.
We all get concerned when we hear like Havana, they are not thoroughly passing. It's my wish that they'll bring in new things. Also, that they'll be ready also to learn from you. So it should be a two-way thing. We've seen the approach the government is now taking. We are following. There's no small issue this time around, especially with education. We don't have to compromise anything to do with education.
Kamchanga is reported to be among the schools with low pass rate in Lufanyama District. Reporting, I'm Agrippa Silumbwe, Copperbelt Province.
Now, the Zambezi River Authority ZRA says the rehabilitation works that the authority is undertaking on the Kariba Dam has no effect on the country's power generation. ZRA Director for Projects and Dam Management Services, Stembinko Simshanga, says rehabilitation works that commenced in 2019 and are earmarked for completion in 2025 have not affected the amount of water being used for the country's generation of power. Mr. Mlanga has assured that the water source has been secured on both the Zambian and Zimbabwean side. He also revealed that the $294 million United States Kariba Dam project, which is currently at 54% completion stage, includes the reshaping of the Plang pool to limit the likelihood of erosion, the weak fault zone along the dam foundation, as well as the refurbishment of the spillway upstream control facility. And the ZRA Director for Projects and Dam Management has revealed that in order to supplement on the power generation in the country, the authority is working on Batoka Gorge hydroelectric scheme.
The works are going on. We expect that in 2024, the plunge pool works will be completed. And in 2025, January, February, we expect to finish the spillway works. The two governments are keen to see the contractors actually expediting the works even more and seeing an earlier completion than these projected dates.
Senior citizens in Chinsali district in Muchinga province have commended government for empowering women in various programs in a bid to change their living standards. Felix Nongo and Hearing Sabi says women empowerment is one of government's top priorities The two were speaking in an interview with Zambia News and Information Services ahead of this year's International Women's Day celebrations, which falls on the 8th of March. Details by Pamela Inambao.
Commemorated annually on 8th March, International Women's Day is a day when women come together to showcase their achievements. And a Chinsali senior citizen, Felix Nongo, has commended government for empowering more women and for considering them in key positions.
Because I've seen the government has empowered more women than men. Come fed, as for the girls, keep the girl child at school. You still have that upper hand. There is a very big change because you are most occupied, most of the highest offices, both in the government and parastatal. Meaning there is something new which the government have seen, which the international community has seen, which UN have seen.
And Mr. Nongo says the issue of women to be placed in the kitchen should be condemned, as women play an important role in the society in enhancing development.
I'm encouraging the men. They have to change their mind, because a woman is also a person. You need time to rest. If you are going to prepare Nshima for her, what's wrong with that?
For Herin Savi, also a senior citizen, says women should take advantage of the free education introduced by government.
And I think with the women, there is no need for them to shun education or to stay at home doing nothing. Education is now free, of which all women, we've seen that we've got low levels of education in women, so they should take this advantage to go back to school, because you know that education is very important. It promotes gender equality. It is a foundation upon which all professions are built.
This year's International Women's Day, to be celebrated on Wednesday this week, will be celebrated under the theme Digital Innovation and Technology for Gender Equality. Pamela Inamba reporting for Zanis in Chinsali, Muchinga Province.
The Zambia National Service Training School Eagles Ladies Club has called for concerted efforts in taking care of vulnerable children in society. Club chairperson Catherine Musopelo says children should be protected and taken care of to ensure they have a bright future. Details in this report.
Several women groupings are engaging in a number of charity works as they prepare to celebrate International Women's Day. In Kabwe, the Zambia National Service Eagles Ladies Club has donated assorted groceries to Ateko Orphanage to ease the burden of taking care of the orphaned and vulnerable children.
We do a lot of fundraising to help a lot of vulnerable children. We even go to prisons, we visit hospitals to provide, we go there and we take a look at what they have, what they don't have, and we provide for them. For I cannot think of any other issue that joins people together as strongly as protecting children.
As we are aware that we are preparing for International Women's Day, which falls on 8th March every year. As the club, we thought of extending our hand to the surrounding community. No wonder we picked up Ateko Orphanage, that we may help them in one way or the other.
Ateko Orphanage founder, Pastor Marian Chimba, says the facility faces several challenges.
Now we are overwhelmed, we don't have capacity. We have a challenge when, education is very, very expensive. So sometimes we don't have teachers, because the teachers we have are volunteers, they come and go. Sometimes we don't have social workers, because it's voluntary, they come and go for greener pastures. So one of the greatest challenges we have is staff members.
And the children are grateful for the gesture.
We were praying because we didn't have food, cooking oil, salt, and other things. So we just want to say thank you for everything that you have done for us and for your kindness.
Kelvin Tembo for Zanis in Kabwe, Central Province.
You are watching Zanis News from Mass Media Complex. Now, in health news, First Quantum Minerals has pledged to continue supplementing government efforts in the provision of quality health care services through infrastructure development and a well-trained health personnel. Company Foundation Manager Joseph Ongwira said this during the handover of the renovated Solwezi College of Nursing Hostels. Emma Zulu now reports.
First Quantum Minerals through Trident Limited has handed over to government the renovated Solwezi College of Nursing and Midwifery Hostels at a cost of over 800,000 kwacha. Northwestern Province Permanent Secretary Colonel Grandson Katambi officiates at the event.
The government of the Republic of Zambia is committed, as per its promise, to support the health sector, to ensure the availability of well-trained, competent, equitably distributed health workforce workforce, embracing strategic partnership with the community, local and international stakeholders.
Zambia National Public Health Institute Director General Professor Roma Chelengi witnesses the handover.
I just want to encourage the students. These initiatives come at a high competition for limited resources. The resources that have come to put up the renovation of this facility could have done 1,000 other things. So you have been prioritized so that you can be in a conducive environment as you study. I think that society, the mining company, your parents, and everybody else expects you to live comfortably in these facilities and achieve the reason why you came.
Trident Foundation Manager Joseph Ongwira gives the background of the project.
What we are witnessing today is a program that was initiated through consultation and through community needs assessment. It's a program that is enhancing education for a girl child. It's a program that we see will also support healthcare service provision.
The student expressed gratitude for the gesture.
We would love to appreciate Kalumbia Trident Foundation for renovating Solwezi College of Nursing and Midwifery Hostels. This is going to make our stay in school more comfortable.
In addition, the mining company has also donated 52 bunker beds and 112 mattresses. Emma Zulu reporting for Zanis News in Solwezi District, Northwestern Province.
We now move to agriculture news. The establishing of a Send Bank in Shibuyunji district has helped to enhance food security and improve nutrition at household level. Farmers in the area are no longer subjected to spending huge sums of money in procuring hybrid seed varieties, as they can easily access local seed varieties from the seed bank. Join Lakson Makodza with the details.
The establishment of a seed bank with the support of Community Technology Development Trust in Shibuyunji district has contributed to the enhancement of agricultural productivity among the farming community. The seed bank is stocked with a variety of indigenous seeds suitable for the agroecological of Shibuyunji. This has made it easier for the farming community to access indigenous seed, as they are readily available at this seed bank.
If they find what the type of seed they want, we write their names with the particulars. That is where they come from, the village, and then the type of seed, what quantities. Then they get them. We don't sell. We only give them that they go and plant. After planting, after harvesting, they bring back at least a bit higher than what they get for others as well to come and get.
Farmers are happy with the initiative, as it has helped in addressing the challenges of preserving and storing the local seed.
Seed bank naona kasungidwe kambeo. Olo naleta mabags ya mbili ya mbeo. Sumza kapeza kutikoso ya ngena, kapena chani, chaunonga tudoyo iyai, ili sefu kusunga mbeo. Ubwino ulipo mwambili.
And Community Technology Development Trust is pleased that local farmers are participating in the seed production.
In supporting the farmer managed seed systems, we want to show why we support this system and how we are able to empower farmers to have access to seed within the communities and don't really depend on external sources of seed or buying seed from faraway places.
The establishment of a seed bank will assist farmers address the high cost associated with purchasing of hybrid seed for the farming activities. For Zanis, I'm Lakson Makodza.
The Zambia Correctional Service is in the process of expanding its farms in Nopla province for increased production. Zambia Correction Service Deputy Commissioner General Walia Kuyomba says the province has a good rainfall pattern which needs the establishment of more correctional farms. The Deputy Commissioner General told Zanis in Mansa that the command has already started putting up measures to ensure that the Correction Service increases its agricultural production. He observes that the region has a lot of potential, especially in the area of agriculture, and that Zambia Correctional Service Command wants to ensure maximum support to contribute towards the country's food basket. He adds that the open-air farms have proven to be very helpful in increasing agricultural production. The Deputy Commissioner General is in Wapula Province for a familiarization tour and will, among other things, visit open-air farms, meet inmates, and correction service staff.
To extend my visit to what we call the open-air farms. These are our productive centers. We want to assess how the Wapula is doing, taking advantage that the rainfall pattern within the Wapula is excellent. And the command through the Commissioner General wishes to ensure that expansion in terms of farms are also concentrated in this part of the country, so that we can contribute to the national food basket.
Now, as the country will be commemorating Youth Day this Sunday, 12th March, the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Arts Permanent Secretary Kangwa Chileshe has urged young people to fully participate in Youth Day commemorations. Here are the details.
Annually, Zambia joins the rest of the world in commemorating Youth Day, a day set aside to celebrate young people and honor their contribution towards national development. A number of activities have been lined up leading to Youth Day, such as the Youth Indaba, which will be graced by President Hakainde Hichilema, and an exhibition by various young innovators and entrepreneurs. Ministry of Youth, Sport and Art, Permanent Secretary in charge of Youth and Sport, Kangwa Chileshe, has advised youths to fully participate in the commemoration of their day.
They come together, and when they come together, we bring in banks who help with financial literacy. We bring in people in the health sector who talk about mindset, mental health and things like that. We bring in financial experts who talk to them about saving, about bookkeeping, about tax, and so on and so forth.
Mr. Chileshe has also advised youths across the country to take advantage of empowerment programs that government is offering.
There's going to be an entrepreneurship expo where young people who are innovators, young people who have got thriving businesses and companies, young people who have benefited from the youth empowerment from the ministry will be showcasing what they have done with their empowerment, what they've done with their loans. Because a lot of times we hear about young people getting money from government and then just misusing it. But there are a few who have utilized those funds and bettered their lives. We want to amplify those so that we can change the narrative that there are a few young people that are responsible, a few young people that are driven and want to be successful.
Youth Day is being celebrated under the theme Transforming Minds Through Accelerated Youth Development. Martha Banda reporting for Zanis, Lusaka.
We move on to Southern Province. Provincial Permanent Secretary Namani Monze says government is keen to enhance the participation of young people in the country's development process through increased empowerment programs. Dr. Monze says government recognizes the youth as important players in national development, hence its empowerment drive to build them into responsible entrepreneurs. He said this when he officiated at the first day of the Youth Week Sunday service in Joma. Details in this report.
These are youths in Choma district who are gathered at Pentecostal Assemblies of God Church to seek God as they start their Youth Week activities. Songs of praise and poems characterized the youth service which marked the start of the Youth Week activities in the district. During the prayer service, Southern Province Permanent Secretary Dr. Namani Monze urged the youths to seize the opportunities government has provided for them.
Currently,
under the CDF, we have a component of skills training. We strongly believe that we'll start nurturing our youths into responsible entrepreneurs, into people who can effectively contribute to their country.
And the youth representative, Tobias Chulu, asked the government and the church to take keen interest in the welfare of the youths.
And I would also love to thank what the Parent Secretary said about the opportunities that us young people have through the government of the day, that we can tap through the Ministry of Youth, through the CDF and other empowerment programs. Us as young people are faced with serious moral decay. It's difficult to empower a drunk youth.
The increasing moral decay among the youths remain a major concern to the church, which is proposing a spiritual transformation among the young people.
Transform your mind. Begin to see yourself as a solution and not a problem. Because as you think in your mind, so you are.
Southern Province Sports and Youth Coordinator Chisenga Kasolo appreciated the young people for their positive response to Youth Day service.
It also gives us an opportunity to the Zambian youth to voice their concerns, advocate on their obligation, responsibilities, and contribution towards national development.
Gifty Banji, reporting for Zanis News in Choma District, Southern Province.
Minister of Justice Mlambo Haimbe has announced that Zambia is set to co-host the second summit for democracy together with other 4 countries across the continent. Mr. Haimbe disclosed that Zambia will co-host the summit on March 29th and 30th, 2023 with the United States of America, Costa Rica, the Netherlands, and the Republic of Korea. Speaking at a press briefing in Lusaka, Mr. Haimbe stated that President Hakainde Hichilema will co-host the summit for the African region with 16 African countries at the level of head of state expected to participate. The minister explained that Zambia's selection to host the African region comes against the background of the country's strong commitment to the principles of democratic governance, respect for rule of law, and human rights. Carrying the theme Free, Fair, and Transparent Elections in Africa, Mr. Haimbe revealed that the objective of the second Summit for Democracy 2023 is to underscore the global desire for transparent, accountable, and rights-respecting governance. The 16 African countries expected to participate in the summit include Angola, Botswana, Cape Verde, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Ghana, Kenya, Liberia, Malawi, Mauritius, Namibia, Nigeria, Sao Tome and Principe, Senegal, Seychelles, and South Africa.
I'm pleased to inform the nation that Zambia will on the 29th and 30th of March 2023 co-host the second Summit for Democracy. Zambia will co-host the summit with the United States of America, Costa Rica, the Netherlands, and the Republic of Korea. In this regard, His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, will co-host the summit for the African region. Zambia's selection as a host for the African region of the summit comes against the background of the country's strong commitment to the principles of democratic governance, respect for the rule of law, and human rights. We look forward to a successful summit and strengthening democracy tenets in Africa and the world at large.
Now, 15 female parliamentarians from different countries, among them South Africa, Malawi, Kenya, Burkina Faso, and Zambia, have successfully completed their 6-month leadership training. The female parliamentarians, who include the first Speaker of the National Assembly in Zambia, Malungo Chisangano, were trained under the Westminster Foundation for Democracy, a United Kingdom public body dedicated to supporting democracy around the world. Jonathan Mukuka has the details.
After 6 months of intensive training in Kenya, South Africa, and Zambia, 15 female parliamentarians from different countries, among them South Africa, Malawi, Kenya, Burkina Faso, Zambia, and other African countries have successfully completed their training. The female parliamentarians trained under the Westminster Foundation for Democracy, WFD, a United Kingdom UK public body dedicated to supporting democracy around the world, have since graduated. Lusaka Province Minister Shiumliata officiated at the graduation ceremony of the female parliamentarians held at Bonanza in Chongo District.
The Women Leadership Program is a prestigious program for women in elected public office or senior party officials with the goal of furthering the leadership skills that they possess.
First Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly in Zambia, Malungo Tsangano, is one of the female parliamentarians who has been trained.
Having seen the programs and projects that the participants are undertaking in your respective countries in today's presentation, it is a proof of the impact that the training program has had on all the participants, and I'm very confident that we've been equipped for impactful political careers and leadership in various spheres of life.
Deputy Chief Whip of the National Assembly of Zambia, Princess Kasune, wants women to continue working hard.
Where women lead, where women are part of the decision making, the countries are stronger, the families are stronger, and the societies are stronger.
WFD works with parliamentarians, political parties and civil society groups, as well as on elections, to help make countries' political systems fairer, more inclusive and accountable. Jonathan reporting for Zanis News in Chongwe District, Lusaka Province.
Now, finally in the news, government has provided 2 fiber boards to Namala District to ease the movement of people when crossing the Kafue River at Simukopola and the Chitumbi crossing points. Namala District Commissioner Ephraim Shandavu, who handed over the fiber boards to the 2 communities, thanked government for helping the people in the flooded areas with better transport vessels. And Chief Mungaila of Namala says the vessels have come at the right time as people are facing challenges when crossing the Kafue River. Details in this report.
Government, through the Disaster Management and Mitigation Unit, DMMU, has donated 2 fiber boats to Namala districts for residents to use when crossing the Kafue River at Chimukopola in Kantwenga Ward and Chitumbi area of Mala Ward at the crossing points of Kafue River. The donation is a response to the cry of residents who are finding it difficult to cross Kafue River because its banks has expanded following the high level of rainfall the district experienced in recent past. Last week, a banana boat carrying 18 people capsized on the Kafue River and 2 people died after drowning. District Commissioner Ephraim Shandavu handed over the boats to the communities.
The delivery of the 2 boats to the people of Mungaila Chiefdom is a clear demonstration of care for the people by the New Dawn government and an assurance that those who will be found in such predicament will surely receive their share of similar facilities in future.
The Namala District Commissioner has appealed to councillors in the areas and satellite disaster management committees to ensure the boats are used for crossing purposes in the 2 areas.
I hand over these boats to His Royal Highness. I want to urge the area councillors and the SDMCs who are actually accountable for these boats, ensure that they are well looked after, that they are used for the intended purpose.
People in Shimukopola and Chitumbi areas depend on banana boats to cross the Kafue River to the other side to access basic services every day, and the provision of the fiber boats is a relief to the people.
Bakulumba kuri ba DUMM kwamba kuti bulombe bwesu umapenye sungutukwete umasena abantu besu aterelwa batambula mato.
Meanwhile, Mala and Kandenga Ward councillors are excited about the development.
Sumba maningi ba DC programu ya DMM mono mchiefdom ya Mungaila tukalomba kwamba mutupe mato benderanya ubusena mono mutukala bame nyo mato akamumatupa kalomba ambati
Atavya last masina zanda matu manyi. Chintu chitwakulila chiche chaliwo chashika. So mbuko akwi muliko himini na banamala ndamba ba DC twalumba twakambira akasolo amuzuma nane.
For Zanis, Amwailinda Piri reporting in Namala district of Southern Province.
That last item concludes Zanis news, but before we go, we recap on the headlines. Initiation ceremony negatively affecting learners' performance. Kariba Dam rehabilitation works will not affect power generation. Establishment of seed bank to enhance food security. Zambia to co-host second summit for democracy. Thank you so much for staying with us. On behalf of the entire Zanis production team, my name is Juliet Mtela saying bye-bye and pleasant viewing.